I'm proud of where we started and where we are. My name is Peter Szentimerey, and our organization here is Szentimerey Seeds Limited, and we're in Brant County, and we're in the St. George district or area here. We own approximately 400 to 500 acres, but we do close to 1,400 or 1,500 acres. That's with the lease and rented ground. And our main focus is on seed and a little bit of cash crop in between there. And we do some custom work for other people as well within that. And we have a grain elevator business as well. Well, the circumstances, World War II was upon them in Hungary. And my dad was born in 1936. And they came over in 1938. They were farmers of a big vineyard there. And so they could see what was going to happen. They just had a trunk approximately 3 feet, I saw it, 3 feet long and about 2 feet wide and about 2 feet high, with all their belongings of clothes, any money or any legal documents they had. That's all they had. They just left everything behind. They actually came and had a spot near Holbrook, down near Woodstock, for a couple of years. And then they came and found this farm where one of my brothers is on, a 50-acre farm, and started there. When my dad and uncle got old enough, they decided to farm and was purchasing some local farms right here. And that's how we got to where we are. Ever since I was old enough to drive, I remember going out to the field and plowing at 9 years old. And my mom was looking out of the living room window watching me every pass, just worried. From there, I was just been involved, always working and so on at home, and just loving it, I guess. And so I would just be totally involved. So this started here in 1957, and my dad and uncle owned it. And then in 1979, our grain elevator developed down at the road there with just a dryer and a couple of bins. And then the neighbors saw that, and so the neighbors all wanted to get their corn dried and sell it and all that kind of stuff. So they decided, well, they got to expand and get a grain license, and that's how we evolved to where we are today with like a family-owned commercial elevator. Michelle entered the picture, well, in university. I went there and I met her in 1981, and we graduated in 1983. And I remember after we graduated, that's when I asked her out. August 15th, 1983 was when I asked her out, and then we've been going out, and we didn't get married till 1989. So, and that's how we got going. And then what we did is my money I saved, we put towards some broiler quota and put up a barn down on her parents' place on a piece of parcel down there. And that's how we started in the broiler business. And then after, in 2003, when we bought this place, we built a broiler barn here, a bigger barn, so because of expansion and so on. And the whole broiler thing was Michelle's baby. She's like that. She's the chicken person. And in 2003, just before then, they were going to retire, and when my dad and uncle decided to do that, then I purchased a big part of the farm. I couldn't afford to buy it all at the time. So my other siblings, my sister and my other two brothers, bought 2 pieces as well, so that we could keep it all in the family. And then from there, we just kept it going. We knew work on the farm and you do a lot of the stuff, you kind of brought it up to where it is, and it's nice to know that you can get a little piece that hard work has meant something to you. Now the next generation's really keen and interested, so here we are. My oldest is Hannah. She's into computer engineering, and she's working on AI projects for a Waterloo company right now. Zachary will be 28 next month, and he is in biomedical engineering, and he is developing software in the medical field in determining certain diseases and so on by looking at MRIs and X-rays. And my youngest son, Zane, he's a medical engineer, and he was doing stuff with the brewing industry, like being quality control and developing certain brews. But since then, he's decided to come home. I'm very proud of him because I can't see any flaws in him. So now they got a good background in education, and now I think they've seen what they have to do if they have to work for somebody else. Well, maybe working on your own and carrying on with the generation of farming, I think has really sparked an interest in them. So I think this is going to go. Because I hate to lose what we've gained. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that just, yeah, you like to carry on. Well, I know the advancements of what I've taken over from my dad and uncle to now, and what I see my sons and daughters are doing. Like, I'm sure this is going to change a lot coming up too. You know, if we've seen change, there's always change. So I think there's change coming. I don't know what, but there'll be something. The next thing is we got to think of what the next value-added thing is to do. And there is some stuff that we're poking at to see what we're doing or what we could do yet. Oh, it's in the seed end of it. Yes, it is. So I can't say just yet.